Hey everyone, it's Stephanie from Steph and Key TV. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps our channel. And please let me know what you thought of today's video in the comments below. All right, Atlanta, let's get into it. All right, so we are on the season finale. It feels like a really long season, just some highs and some lows. It's been a rough season for Atlanta, but we're in the very last episode. We open with Candy. She's getting her own day in Atlanta, Georgia. It's very cool, very special for her, 'cause she's just been, like an icon for so long with music, her music career. She's opened restaurants in Atlanta, so like provided jobs for Black people in Atlanta. So it's just pretty amazing, all the work that she continues to do. She's just such a boss. Then we move over to Cynthia and Mike at Lake Bailey. They're talking about getting a bigger house in Atlanta, and then just Cynthia's getting Airbnb Lake Bailey, which I think is amazing. Great investment property. Keep that investment property. Don't let it go. She's stirring her tea very vigorously, and Mike makes a joke about Get Out, like her as the woman in Get Out, and she's trying to like hypnotize him into like moving to Atlanta, which I think is working because he is moving to Atlanta. So I feel like it worked. Maybe I need to try some tea stirring for some things that I want. Then we move over to Portia. She's trying to encourage people to vote for the Senate because they got Biden into presidency, and now they're trying to turn the Senate more Democratic. Now we are with Drew. Her and that husband of hers are getting Josiah ready to meet his father, his biological father, who they call Old Daddy. So weird. But they're getting ready to go meet him. I guess in the past they've tried to set up dates for Josiah to meet with his father. And I feel like he's met him once or twice, but like other times he's not upheld the meeting time schedules. So we're gonna see if he's gonna meet up. So we are finally at the meeting spot where they're gonna meet. Josiah is gonna meet with his biological father. So they get there, Drew, that husband of hers, and Josiah, and they're just waiting. Ricky, Josiah's father, is about an hour late. Not a good start. And when he gets there, it's just really awkward. It's kind of hard to watch. Maybe this is beneficial for people who are trying to do the co-parenting thing. Some of us, it's just really cringy. It's just really awkward. It's just really awkward because Josiah is being like very rude. He's just uncomfortable. You could tell he just doesn't want to be there. So he's making like nasty remarks or just like, just combative and then a little abrasive. I mean, he's a kid though, but he's just like, some of the stuff he's like, how he's talking and how he's acting, I would not be able to get away with as a child, but he's getting away with it because they feel like, this is not something he really wants to do, and they're trying to make it comfortable for him, but it's just really awkward. I felt like Ricky was awkward. He just didn't really know how to approach the conversation. He was trying a little bit, but I felt like, I'll call him Ralph for now. Ralph was at least trying to get keep the conversation going, telling Josiah to ask him questions and stuff, and I felt like he was really helpful with that. Yeah, it's awkward. Ralph takes Josiah like away to go get a snack or something, and then Drew is talking to Ricky, just talking about this needs to be more consistent, you need to be on time, and he says he's going to do whatever he can because Josiah is his only son. So hopefully that relationship can keep going and they can build and it be stronger and they have like a real relationship, because it's hard for kids. I would imagine that it's hard for the adults too, but it's harder for the kids, and I hope that he can find some respect for his father if it's warranted, because you gotta show up on time and be there for your son. So that's all I have to say about that. So now we're at Kenya's house. Her therapist comes over. They're just talking about Mark, that hot mess of a man. Him coming to Atlanta for Brooklyn's birthday, not respecting Kenya's boundaries, just assuming that it was all right for him to stay at her place without even asking. It was assuming that it was all right for him to stay in her bed without even asking. And she's like, it's fine if he wants to come over, he just needs to ask me first, and he needs to not fight with me. So I guess they had like a very good time, and then he went back home and he's talking to her about wanting to come back and cook dinner and do all this sexual stuff, and she's like, wait a minute, we're not even there yet. We still need to work on our communication and all of like boundaries and stuff and our relationship before we jump into the sex. Apparently that pissed him off. because she's talking to the therapist and the therapist just saying like, well, I still haven't heard his side of the story. And Kenya's like, well, let's call him up. She tries to call him, it goes straight to voicemail over and over. She tries to text him, it's like not going through. So then she tries to call from Brooklyn's phone, it rings. So she texts him through Brooklyn's phone asking, why am I blocked? He tries to make up some lie and say like, I'm at the hospital right now, my friend was in an accident, I can't really talk right now. And she's like, you're lying, because they're not letting anybody in. I mean, this is during the pandemic, they're not letting anybody into the hospital right now, so you're lying. So he just throws out like, Kenya, I can't talk right now, leave me alone, pretty much. And she's just like, this is ridiculous. So he's mad that he didn't get his way about the sex stuff, and now he's blocked me. So she's like, that's it, turning back into the old Kenya, you gonna see my fiery wrath, and I'm done with you. Hopefully, this is what we're really gonna get from Kenya, because that man just kind of like ruined her for a while, and it was really tough to see him break her down. Like, I've never been like a huge Kenya fan, but like I've never wanted to see her like that, or like this, like the way she's been, it's been miserable. So I really, 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 really hope she gets rid of this man once and for all, moves on with her life, finds a new loving relationship for her in Brooklyn, and be done with him as much as you can. I mean, you still got a co-parent. So Cynthia is doing a Friendsmas at her house, and she wanted to do like a white elephant slash Secret Santa themed gift. And she wanted to set the price for $100. So if you're familiar with White Elephant or Secret Santa, you set a gift price, and then you usually get someone, have to pick someone. For a Secret Santa, like you pick a name, and then that's who you're gonna give the gift to. But I feel like with White Elephant's different, because it's like a whole numbers game. You want to be like the last person picking, because if you're like the first person picking, you get to pick a gift out of all the gifts that are brought, and then someone, as the numbers go on, someone else gets to steal your gift, take someone else's gift. It's just craziness, but that's what they're doing. They set it for $100, but then I think she talked to Candy, and Candy convinced her to up it to $1,000, so they can really get some really good gifts. And I think Drew is the only one struggling. She's talking to her family about it, and her mom was like, $1,000? I mean, I guess they're not living as lavishly as we would think, but because I feel like this should be no problem. They got money, right? Get that $1,000 gift. For the rest of us, it's probably like, okay, $1,000 is a bit much, more than a bit much, but we're not on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, so spend that money. So we're getting ready for Cynthia's Friendsmas. Portia and Drew are talking on the phone. They're running really late. We get over to Cynthia's place. She's setting up. She's got like this amazing food, all the decorations. She has llamas. I don't know why. The ladies start showing up and taking pictures with the llamas. Kenya's like, this is Cynthia's idea of fun, like llamas. She said if Candy was hosting the Christmas party, she would have Bolo outside in a little Santa hat. And I feel like the ladies would have probably enjoyed that more than the llamas. Like, why do you have llamas? Why? But they get inside. Toya texts Cynthia, tell her she's not coming. Marlo's not coming, but she's sending a gift. The ladies start talking about it. They get a call from Portia. She's just arriving at Drew's place. They're like extremely late. It's so rude, but the ladies are like, let's eat, because they see the food, they're getting ready to grab, and nobody wants to wait for these late heifers. So Marlo's gift arrives. Like her nephew and his friend brought it over. The ladies are continuing to eat. They get the better rules explained for White Elephant. So number one gets a gift. If you're number two, you get to steal number one's gift. And if you get your gift stolen, you have to pick another gift. They keep going to number 8. Number 8's the best number to have, because then you get to steal any of the gifts that are out there, and then that's the end of the game. So you don't want 1 or 2. You want 8, or as close to 8 as possible. So they're giving 1 and 2 between Drew and Portia because they're extremely late. Shamia is trying to give Marlo number 3 because she's not there. She didn't show up. But they're like, nah, you tried it. Marlo at least sent her gift, and her gift's on time, unlike your friends. So you tried it, lapdog Shamia. So they're not gonna do that. They put Marlo in the pot. She ends up getting number 8 and she ain't even there. But at least she sent her gifts. So Drew and Portia finally show up so late, so rude. I can't stand that. And I don't know how these ladies get away with it because they're contractually obligated to show up to these events. So if you keep showing up late, there has to be some kind of penalty. I would imagine they would be getting docked in pay for that. If not, I would be pissed if I was the other ladies because you ain't gonna keep showing up late all the time. No, because when you show up late, we have to wait for you and then we have to continue shooting because, girl, bye. So apparently Portia and Drew are 3.5 hours late. No, ma'am. No. No. So they pick their 1 and 2 number and they're all excited because they think that it's good. They get laughed out. It's finally time to pick gifts. Portia goes first and she picks Cynthia's gift, which is a necklace and bracelet from Tiffany's. She doesn't like the gift. She's like, oh, thanks. Candy and Kenya are cracking up, dying laughing over Portia's reaction. It seems like a really nice gift. It's from Tiffany's. She doesn't like it. She lies and says that she doesn't wear necklaces. Shady editors at Bravo show multiple times where Portia is wearing necklaces, so lies. And Kenya and Candy can't stop laughing. I feel sorry for Cynthia because it's not like a cheap gift. It's from Tiffany's. That stuff's expensive, but I mean, you like what you like, and Portia did not like it. So now it's Drew's turn. She ends up picking Portia's gift, which is an expensive bottle of perfume and a little mini Gucci bag. She's super excited. Then it's Mal's turn. Mal steals Drew's gift. She was not ready for that. Gift gone. So now Drew has to pick another gift. She ends up picking Mal's gift, which is 10 bottles of expensive wine, but they're all like, you took that from the Bailey wine cellar. Nobody is believing that Mal actually spent $1,000 to get that wine. They feel like you just took it from the stock from the Bailey wines. And they're a little upset about that. So Shamia picks Candy's gift, which is a new iPhone 12. She's super excited about it. Cynthia gets Marlo's gift, which is $1,000 cash. Who wouldn't be excited about that? And then we move on to Candy. Candy gets Kenya's gift, which is a new pair of diamond earrings. Very pretty. Kenya gets Shamia's gift, which is a Chanel pin and brooch, a Chanel brooch and scarf. And then Cynthia's assistant is picking for Marlo. He steals Kenya's gift. I'm like, well, damn. So now Kenya is stuck with Drew's gift, like a trio of gifts. Kenya gets Drew's gift. I feel like this was a setup. Because how in the world did she know that it was going to be Kenya or LaToya getting this raggedy gift? So she gives like a pet carrier and it's like a raggedy old pet carrier with her old raggedy wig that we saw from the beginning where everyone was making fun of. Her old raggedy wig is in there. She brought like a cassette tape, a little mini boombox, and then she gave $100 donation to the Humane Society. Everybody's like, what? What is this? And she was like, since everybody wants to talk about my wig, you get this wig. They said it's supposed to be $1,000. She's like, it is $1,000. $1,000 bundles of worth of hair. Girl, where? Goodbye. Portia is trying to save her. It ain't working. Everybody's like, what? And she's like, and then she gets on Kenya. Kenya is just like, girl, bye. Like, no. And she's like, why are you being so dramatic about it? It's supposed to be like a fun gag gift. Girl, you're dramatic. Who brings this type of gift when everybody else is giving $1,000 and you don't even have like a real gift to be like, this was a gag gift, but here's my real gift. Fooled ya? No. It's like, this is your real gift. I just don't know what to do with this. Kenya gets up. She calls Brooklyn to get out of this situation. Calls her, starts talking. And Drew's like, oh, now she's walking away. And Portia leans in. She's like, but you're going to give it like a real gift, right? And Drew's like, but that was a real gift. What is wrong with Drew? What is wrong with her? They're trying to set up the little mini boombox to plug it in so they can play this cassette tape that she brought. Candy is upset. She looks just very annoyed. We're just Drew stans. If you are a Drew stan or fan, can you explain what the point of this was? Explain, please, because I'm lost. So they get ready to play the tape, and she's like, y'all don't want to know the truth? Candy's like, you can tell the truth all you want, but I would have been pissed if I got that damn wig. And finally, they like play the little tape. It's just Prophet Lot talking to Drew's assistant, Danny, talking about how he likes LaToya. He said, yeah, I like her. But then he's also saying, I know that she's married, and like I, in the past, cheated on my wife with my current baby mama. So, and she's like, ta-da! And everybody's like, what? Girl, bye. Like, what is the revelation? That he liked LaToya? He never admitted to any kind of a relationship with her. He admitted to cheating on his old wife with his current baby mama, who's not LaToya. So, what? So Candy is pissed. She's telling Drew, like, pretty much, girl, like, this is nothing. Kenya interrupts her and calls Drew a narc. Candy's like super hyper pissed. And she's like, what? Like, what are you doing? And then somebody rings the doorbell and she's like, who is that? Like, she's about to ready to fight somebody. And I was like, Candy, girl, calm down. LaToya walks in. She walks in, starts saying hi to everybody. Portia immediately is like, hey, well, let's get her into the gift fold now. Like, hey, don't you want some Tiffany's? Like, immediately, that was her first thought, was trying to get rid of that gift. But then Kenya stops her and she's like, well, let's go back. Let's rewind a little bit because Drew's trying to call you out on some whack tape cassette thing. LaToya's not even trying to entertain this conversation. She's like, Drew is whack to me. Drew keeps trying to fight with her and asking her what's wrong with her. And I'm just like, she didn't even do anything. Kenya's like, just give me your gift. And she takes Toya's gift. And then they're arguing and Kenya pulls Toya away, calls Drew a narc. And Toya's like, a narcissist? And Kenya's like, no, a narc. She's like, what's the difference? I'm like, Lord. So she explains it to her and she's like, narcissist is a personality disorder. And LaToya's like, she has that. If LaToya is not like Portia, then I don't know what. Meanwhile, Drew's talking about if you have like a whore in your space, then you need to know. And Portia, under her breath, is like, well, all of us like to have a little fun. Just like... Drew is a nightmare. She's a tyrant and she's a nightmare, and I can't stand her anymore. She's trash, just along with her trash husband. Goodbye. I forgot to say that LaToya was up dancing, talking about, and your man want a girl like me. And that's why he's running off to Florida, because he wants a girl like me. They're a hot ass mess. Candy is over it. She's like, you keep blaming her for grown man's business. If he did what you say he did, it's because he wanted to. And then Drew tries to get all buck and saying like, well, I'm going to do whatever I need to do to protect my name and my family. I'm like, girl, calm down. It was not even that serious. All you had to do is, if you didn't like him having a relationship with LaToya, fine. I don't want you blessing my baby. You know who you have? You have a whole mother who's a pastor. That's your new blessing over the baby. Move on. You're like ridiculous. She is a psycho. And she's getting all heated and buck. Oh, for what? Girl, bye. Bye. Drew is still trying to plead her case. All of the ladies are pretty much like, nobody cares. He said he wasn't even engaged. And she keeps trying to come up with all this stuff. They're like, no, like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They finally sit down. Kenya and Toya steal still like 4 of the bottles that were supposed to be Drew's gift and take them to Kenya's car. Toya forgets her bag, so she has to go back inside. Candy is pretty much like, you need to give up the gift that you got because with your no gift bringing ass, like, they are over her. Toya comes back in and keeps trying to antagonize Drew, talking about she's going to meet up with the prophet and stuff. Drew keeps going on about like her being a Delilah spirit and you finally admitting to being messy and blah blah blah. Toya picks up the wig, Drew's raggedy old wig, throws it at her. Drew jumps up to try to fight. Security yanks her up. Toya is jumping on Cynthia's couch trying to antagonize Drew some more. I'm like, if you want to know what Ratchet is, that's what it was. What you just saw was Ratchet. I was like, Lord. They mess up stuff. Kenya takes Toya out of the house. She's like, why did you respond to her? Drew keeps going on and talking about like, you let the spirit in your aura in your house, like that's what's gonna happen. And Cynthia's like, girl, enough. They're just looking at the mess that these two ladies made for no reason. They messed up the little friends miss. Toya and Kenya are walking outside. The Christmas carolers come up the house singing. It's a mess. It's like a mess, like this chaos and fighting, and then dashing through the snow. I can't. It's so like messy. Toya is drunk and starts trying to dance to the music. Kenya's like trying to get her into the car. She freaks out and like, Toya, get in the car. Like she was trying to get her badass kid. That's how she was acting. So Kenya and Toya drive off. They show Kenya's little in-car thing. She's finally filed for divorce. Let's make sure, hopefully this sticks. The rest of the ladies find out the carolers are there, so they go outside. Drew's little in-card talks about Josiah building a better relationship with his biological father, which is great. Portia's little in-card shows that she's still on the front lines and she's done with Dennis. Since I am shooting this late, I'm like way behind on Real Housewives of Atlanta, I'm sure you've heard about Portia and Fallon's ex-husband. That's all I'm going to say about that for now. We move on to Candy's in-card. Her acting career is blossoming. And Cynthia's in-card just reveals that Mike has decided to finally move to Atlanta for good and that they're currently looking for a new house. This finale kind of ended you know, I was expecting more for the finale, especially like this rough season we've been through with Atlanta, but because of the drama that's going on with Portia currently in the news, I feel like everyone is excited for the next season, and I feel like it's going to be way better than this season. Hopefully they get a new production company as well, because I feel like the one they had for this season was trash. So that's all I got to say for the finale for Real Housewives of Atlanta. Please let me know what you thought of this video in the comments below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and hit that notification bell so you're in the know when I release a new video, and subscribe. I would love to have you a part of Steph and Key TV. Thanks everyone. Stay safe. Bye.